to you by the ABCs. Because when you're bored or just need a song to sing, the ABCs are there for you. And now the moment that you have all been waiting for. Here's your host and English teacher, Miss Taylor.
Hey students of mine, welcome to this week's episode of Random Grammar. Before we get started, quick announcement, don't forget that your Shakespeare reports are due next week on Wednesday. Don't forget. So, this week I'm going to go ahead and answer one of your most burning questions. We're going to talk about parentheses this week, and I want you all to get excited because parentheses are a pretty exciting thing. I know that a lot of you get confused sometimes about parentheses. Do you put the parenthesis after your period, making a very happy one-eyed man? Or, stranger yet, would you put your period after the end of the parenthesis, making for a very sad one-eyed man or woman? Well, that's what we're going to go ahead and talk about. Let's go ahead and get you a sentence. Here's your sentence. Don't do drugs. Well, this is a good sentence, but as you can tell, there's nothing in here that has parentheses. So let's go ahead and add something that would require you to use parentheses. Maybe we should get a little bit more polite. Don't do drugs, please. As you can see, this sentence would function without what is in the parentheses, making the parenthesis end before the period, which makes a very sad one-eyed man. If you have a separate sentence, though, that is entirely in parentheses, much like this one, what would you do with your period? This sentence isn't complete because we don't have a period here yet. So let's go ahead and decide. Should we make a happy one-eyed man or a sad one-eyed man? I think you're all correct. We're going to go ahead and make a very happy one-eyed man. As you can see here, the entire sentence is within the parentheses, leaving the period also inside the parentheses. Well, students, now you know. Now I expect all of your papers and future documents to be parenthesed correctly. If parenthesed is in fact a word, go ahead and look that one up in the dictionary and get back to me. I expect you all to be here next week for another edition of Random Grammar. And as usual, don't forget. See you in class.
Thanks for stopping by for another episode of Random Grammar. Next week's episode will discuss the difference between definitely and defiantly. I definitely challenge you all to defiantly stop by again.